Most people's hesitation with growing on social media, or even posting for that matter, is not having a strategy and just randomly posting videos. In this video, I want to go through a content system that we built in under 10 minutes to allow you to have a better strategy when posting on social media. So what you're seeing here is a content strategy that we use for one of our fitness business. This allows us to actually have a chain of events happening because there's multiple people involved. If you're doing this yourself, it's a good habit to do this from the start, because eventually as you grow, you might want to start to employ others to help you out with the workload. I'll go through this quickly and I'll use the video as an example so that you get a good understanding. But if you want, drop it in the description below so you can start to play along with me. The first thing we want to do is get in our footage. Now, what I recommend you do is create a folder with the raw footage, as well as any kind of B-roll or overlays that you want to use. You can also put your scripts in here so that we can pull them into the actual database itself, and I'll go through that now in a minute. Now, once you have your raw footage in here, I recommend that you create the URL, drop it in here in the video URL section. This just allows the video editors to come in here, see where they are, and be able to edit from that point. What we want to do is, once we've dropped in the drive, so I'll just give you an example. If I just replicate this one, we drop it in here. We want to just obviously put in that it's ready for filming. The status then we want to put in is that obviously ready for edit. And then we want to put in the hook that we've used. So in this hook is obviously how I built a content system in under 10 minutes. Then if we wanted to, we could put in a script. Me personally, I prefer to just use bullet points. I'm not a big lover of script. I feel like it sounds a bit too robotic. Be yourself here. So obviously we put in a script or bullet points as you please. Then what we want to do is we want to decide how edited we want this to be. Now in today's world, you know, some people like raw form, which is a bit less editing. Other people like the highly edited with overlays and all that sort of stuff. We've kind of dictated 3 different tiers. The tier 1 is that kind of high edited videos with loads of overlays and captions and try to catch people's attention. We could drop that down to more like a tier 3, which is just more like a talking head, very kind of raw edited. Now, you have to play around with this. You got to see what your audience wants to see. Then what we do is we dictate where and what this video is going to be about. If it's going to be a carousel, if it's going to be a reel, if it's going to be like a client win, whatever the case may be. This just allows you to understand it so then when you are scheduling the posts, you'll know exactly what they're going to be. Then what we want to do is decide the platform that we actually want to put them out on. We can obviously decide on multiple, so these can be multiply decided. So again, if it's you posting, obviously that's a little bit easier, but if it's somebody else, they know exactly where they need to go. If you have a call to action in it, like what I said here, it's in the description, then you can obviously put this in your CTA, and you can mention if it's going to be a trigger word if you are posting across social platforms. Then what you want to do is you want to put it into the position of where it's at. If it's going to be scheduled to post, then put in the date that you want that to go live. Okay, this is going to make sense in a second when I show you the scheduling system that we actually use. So pop in the date that you need it to go out, and then if there is any additional notes for people involved, pop them in the notes section. Once that's done, then what I recommend you do is dive into something like Systemations. If you want to start 14 days free, I've popped it in the description below, and this will allow you to post across multiple platforms once. So what I mean by that is you can literally create the post. So you'll see here, we'll create a new post, and you can pop the same reel or carousel or whatever it is, you can actually post it across multiple platforms. This example here is one of the fitness businesses that we have. So if we want to post on, say, Facebook, if we want to post on Instagram, we can just highlight all of these, LinkedIn, TikTok, even YouTube. And then what you do is once this is all loaded up, you can actually start to upload the video itself. So if I give you an example, we go in here, we got social media videos, we can pick the video, it'll automatically upload. And then what we could also do is if we just want it to be the same caption, so if it's going to be the same script going across all platforms, we can just pop it in here and we can then decide exactly what it is. If it's going to be a short YouTube video, if it's going to be a long form, if it's going on TikTok, as I said. Now, what you can also do is you can actually customize for each channel. So in this instance, then you would change the copy depending on where you're putting the platform, okay? If it's going out into Reels, as an example, might be a bit of an older clientele. If it's going on TikTok, it might be younger clientele. You might want to catch their attention a little bit more. Very, very seamless. Once you've done this, then you can obviously click post. You can either post it straight away, or you can schedule your posts. And the beauty of the scheduling the posts is this relates to the content planner that you've actually built here. So it's really important that when you put the dates you want to post it, That way you can schedule it to go on those dates. This is super seamless way, and I think what happens with most people is they overthink it and they just try and post randomly. What we recommend here is spend about 2 hours at the start of your month and actually plan out the month ahead. Get your content involved, get it all edited, and get it into your planner. It is the most efficient way. And what happens then is, after a month, I would review the previous month, what has kind of outperformed other videos, and then double down on those videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get tons of value in such a small, seamless way. Remember, simple is always the best way to be super effective. If you like what you see, please help support this channel by clicking that subscribe button. Cheers.